Today we celebrate not just the years of your life, but the incredible love, strength, and joy you've poured into all of ours. You've taught us what it means to love fiercely and to show up for family no matter what. You've been there for us on our best days and on our most difficult days. You set high expectations, not out of pressure, but because you believed in us. You made me believe there wasn't anything I couldn't do. Thank you for every moment of encouragement, for your example, and for the deep, unshakable love you have for all of us. You are beautiful inside and out, full of laughter, wisdom, and a spark that lights up every room. I love you so much, Mom. Happy birthday.
Beth, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. When I think of all the memories we've had together, I think of family, faith, the beach, and UNC, which are great memories to have because those are a lot of the memories I have of my mom. And when I think of you and I think of my mom, I love you so much, and you are very much alike. One thing I've always told Leslie is that you have the great gift of taking care of others, whether it's others in the community or your family, whether they're close or far away. If there's ever a need, you are there. You're ready to stop at any moment and go help anyone. You are truly the glue that keeps our family together. I'm just so glad that I'm a part of your family, and we've had so many memories together, and I hope we have many, many more. I just want to say I love you and happy birthday, and of course, go Heels.
What a milestone to celebrate your 80th year, Mom, and how blessed am I to have shared 58 of those years with you. Before you even started your married life, I've always heard that you were your daddy's baby girl, and from my memories of my papa, I would guess that you share his sense of humor and love for having fun. So what if you were a little spoiled back then? You definitely spent most of the entirety of your life after those early years caring for others, whether it be your parents or your siblings, while also taking care of 4 girls and your husband. And how can I ever thank you enough for the time you cared for Sarah Beth and Lindsay so that I could return to work? What a lucky daughter to have a mom who's so caring and helpful, but also knows how to make life fun. You were the fun cheerleader as East High's first captain, and I recall many fun times when you helped us create new cheer chants and the right phrases for cheer banners. My friends always commented that they loved to be at our house because it was fun and welcoming, and you created that for us. When it comes to your mom, you may not have found her talent for scratch-made biscuits, but you certainly learned all you needed to know from her about how to be a great cook and prepare more meals for your family than we can begin to count. You learned how to create the most beautiful quilts and spent countless hours making one for each of us, the grands and the great-grands. Your work is absolutely beautiful, and the time you spent on design and completion amazes me. These are now our lifetime treasures. You've often said that you weren't a serious student and you didn't make the best grades, but I love that you were voted most school-spirited because once again, there you are, creating fun for others and just seeing how much people love to be around you. But I think you do sell yourself short when it comes to being smart because all of my life, I've witnessed just how wise you are. Before the internet, you had to be your own Google. You were armed with only a few medical books, and as a mom, you very often had the diagnosis nailed before the doctors did. You're creative, and you have an innate ability to see a problem and find a practical solution. You have such a heart for hospitality and making your home the place where we all want to gather. I can so vividly remember how much I looked forward to coming home as a freshman from Carolina to walk in and see how perfectly you had decorated for Christmas. You've always known how to create a beautiful home, and not every girl can say that her mom knew how to mix up the vibe in a room long before there was an HGTV network. No one has ever been more of an expert in furniture arrangement than you. Some of my most fond memories involve late nights when after Dad was in bed, you shared your vision, and our crew created our own before and after. Regardless of the size or weight of what needed to be moved, you had a method for doing it, and we made it happen. We would then proclaim that we had arrived at the best layout ever, and we were sure that it was, and it was for a few months or so. And then it was time to switch it up again. No doubt in my mind that you are the inspiration for my love for all things home decor, because your home has always been the place that I most love being. You were and still are our biggest cheerleader. Anything I've ever struggled with or wondered if I could get through, I can absolutely count on your unwavering and endless support. Throughout years that brought health obstacles, you were and still are right there with me, the voice that I want to hear when the day has been particularly tough. You set the standard for what it means to love your children so sacrificially. You have always put us first and modeled the kind of wife, mom, and grandmother who so lovingly shares God loves and prays for us all daily. You are still youthful and fun and as beautiful as ever, and I look to you and Dad today and marvel at how strong your love remains for each other. As you face the challenges that you have as you age together, you are such a great team, and that is how it's always been. You have lived the example of how to grow in your faith for each other, in God, and to love one another more and still somehow find time for all of us. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for being the wonderful inspiration that you are. Whether it's a gathering for Christmas, a week at Sunset Beach, a Tar Heel ball game, or just an ordinary day, you are our anchor, loving us, supporting us, and pointing us to God. Thank you for all of these things, and thank you for being the best mom anyone could ever ask for. I love you so much. Happy 80th birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday, Mama. You are such a big part of so many of my memories, both big and small. So many of my childhood memories include you. Summer swimming at your pool, Sunset Beach, seeing you at mine and all of the grandkids' activities, and more. And now that we're all grown up, we can all still count on you to be there for the big and small moments. How many people can say that their grandma was cutting up the dance floor with the shag at their wedding, or was so excited to come drive over an hour to see their brand new baby? I can, and I'm so thankful for you. I'm thankful for the way you show up for us and that you've taught us all the importance of family. We love you so much. Love, the Heltons.
Happy birthday, Mama. It is hard to believe you are turning 80 when you don't look a day over 50. All of your grandchildren have been so fortunate to have you support us through every phase of our lives. I have so many fun memories of sleepovers at your house, playing dress up, watching Grease, and dancing to Motown music. It is such a blessing to see you now as a great grandmother to Carter and Nellie. We all love you so much and are looking forward to a fun week at the beach celebrating. Love, the Munsons.
I remember staring at this photo in your yearbook when I was little and thinking that I have the most beautiful mom in the world. I still believe that today, and I love how your beauty shines from the inside out. I love the pictures of you as a young mom, even if they are blurry. They mean so much to me because you are in them and you were usually the one taking the photos. Even with how busy life must have been, you always made sure that we were dressed in the prettiest dresses and shiny patent leather shoes for church. Your love and care showed in all you did for us. You were also showing us from an early age what mattered the most. Your faith shaped ours. Thinking about you as a young mom, I'm truly amazed at how you handled everything. You had young children, and at the same time, you were helping your parents through their health struggles. I know it wasn't easy, and I admire you for your strength during those times. I love this Christmas picture. It brings back so many sweet memories. It reminds me how you always made Christmas so special for us. I included this photo because you were in it and it makes me laugh. I've heard the stories of how I loved being on your lap, and I wasn't too happy when I was no longer the baby. Just look at me staring at you holding Kelly. I definitely wanted that to be me again. I included this picture of you stretched out on the couch because you recently reminded me how when I was little I said, when I grow up, I want to be just like you and lay on the couch, watch TV in my flowery robe. You laughed and you said that was embarrassing, but I meant it in the best way. I always wanted to be a mommy just like you. Some of my coziest memories are laying on the couch with you at night, whether I was little, a teenager, or even in college. I used to lay my head on your hip as a pillow. After I became a mom, I totally understood the tiredness from nonstop busyness, and I daily stretched out on the couch and with no shame. That rest was earned, so thank you for the memory of the flowery robe, the comfy hip, and the example of motherhood, and for always being someone that I wanted to be like. I love this picture of you with the four of us in our stylish jams. It brings back memories of such a fun, busy time. The deck was where we enjoyed family cookouts, laying out in the sun, even though you warned us not to tan, and Sunday afternoons after church, talking and reading the newspaper. We practiced our cheers using the glass door as a mirror, and you even showed us your high school cheer, Beat Me Daddy. We laughed so hard, even though you were cute doing it. You even talked Dad into showing us his Russian, and that was surprisingly very good. Thanks so much for all the sweet memories. Even though these are candid shots from my high school graduation, I appreciate them and the memories that they hold. Thank you for always encouraging me to do my best. You taught us all from an early age to be learners through songs, playing educational games, and encouraging us to read. You provided books and those wonderful encyclopedias. You even created fun clues to help us memorize things like the state capitals. I passed that along to my kids, and you made learning feel fun and natural, and that gift has stayed with me. It really touches me seeing you do the same thing with Harmon today. These pictures of you with the four of us as we continue to grow are so special. By this time, we weren't all at home together 100% of the time. College, jobs, and life were pulling us in new directions. That's what makes these moments more special, and you were always the center, holding us close. I had just finished my first year of teaching in Burlington and was home for the wedding. With a new job nearby, I was excited to start married life close to you and Dad. You helped me plan the most beautiful wedding and reception, and you were the most stunning mother of the bride. Your love and care were in every detail, and I'll never forget how special you made that day for me. This picture of us hugging before I got in the limo for the honeymoon is so sweet. Keith always jokes that I cried for my mommy all the way to Charlotte, but really they were happy tears. I was emotional because you cried when we hugged, and of course that made me cry too. I think you were a little nervous about us flying to Antigua, and now that I'm a mom, I completely get it. That moment was full of love, change, and the start of something new, and you were right there, feeling it all with me. These pictures are from my early married life, and we loved spending Sunday afternoons visiting, fishing at the pond, and riding the four-wheeler. Those simple moments are some of my favorite memories from that time. This picture is special because we were all growing up, and you stepped into a new role. You were the most beautiful mama to Sarah Beth, and then to Lindsay. And in the photo, you can see that Becca is on the way. Life was changing in big, beautiful ways. Your love kept growing right along with our family. I'm so thankful you were with me when Becca was born. You were such an encourager, especially when things weren't going as quickly as we had hoped. You cheered me on and you gave me strength when I needed it most. I'll never forget that. You were always the one behind the camera capturing the moments. But I love this photo Keith took of you with Becca. It's such a beautiful reminder of the love you've always given. Now it's time for sweet baby James. I'll never forget your mama bear moment. You were not happy when the nurse acted like it was impossible when I said it was time. The nurse was shocked when she finally checked and then told me I would need to breathe and hold the baby in because the doctor was not available. You snapped and said, "She can have this baby without the doctor." Seeing you become a mama to your first grandson was fun. You kept saying, "We aren't going to know what to do." We all had to learn to change those diapers fast or we'd get a shower. I remember you laughing because you said Dad was so proud and said, "He has a good stream." Of course, you were there for the birth of little David. Since he wasn't due for 2 more weeks, I had left Becca and James with Mama Brenda, and we had planned to enjoy a quiet lunch and some last-minute baby shopping after my appointment. But plans changed. You were busy crocheting the last of David's blanket in the waiting room when I came out and told you the doctor wanted to induce my labor due to high blood pressure. I was excited and feeling scared too, as I'm sure you were, but you remained calm. When the doctors increased Pitocin to speed things up, your mama bear side kicked in again. You did not like them rushing things. When David was born with a bruised head and needed oxygen, we were all upset that it had happened, but also thankful he was okay. The doctors reassured us there was no damage to David and that he was just bruised from a quick and bumpy ride through the birth canal. Your presence at that moment was calming, and I knew when I saw you smiling and looking at David that you trusted he was perfectly healthy. I truly am thankful you were with us during that time. How blessed I was again to have you with me with the birth of baby Matthew. This time things mostly went as planned with his induction, and it was special to have you and the whole family there. Everything felt calm and things were moving smoothly. The only unexpected moments were when Matthew turned sunny side up and my blood pressure dropped too low. You being there with your steady support meant so much. You were right there capturing every memory on camera. And after the siblings had their turns holding Matthew, I think you had to fight for your chance, and seeing you hold him was a precious moment I'll never forget. The Harmon family continued to grow by leaps and bounds, and you soon had the perfect 10. You were definitely in your happy place when surrounded by all of your children and grandchildren at Florence. Those times were special, not just because we were all together, but because you shared your faith with us through the way you lived. Mom, how you live and love has been one of your most powerful gifts to us all.
Happy birthday, Mama. From the time I was 14 years old and the very first time I came to your house, you've always been welcoming. It could have been because I brought in groceries for the very first date. But that very first date, you brought us popcorn. And so I knew that you were very welcoming to me. And that love and compassion for each of us has always been there from you. From an early age on, you've always been there for my special memories in my life, from prom dates to weddings to all the children and grandchildren. You've always been there and supported us. So thank you. Even being able to go with you the very first time that I was able to go at 15 years old to Sunset Beach was special memories to me, and that memories and that legacy has continued on with our children and grandchildren. So thank you for that. Even bringing Rebecca to the beach at 11 days old, and what a special memory that we'll always cherish of those times. They say that you should look for your mother-in-law for beauty, kindness, wisdom, and love. And you have emulated that, all those qualities, with your children and grandchildren. So thank you, and James, for being that to me. And your Christian faith has been the most important thing that you have bestowed on all of your kids and grandchildren and greats. That has been such an influence and precious thing that you have given. Even during COVID, we were always there with you, and as our family has grown, so has our love for you, and we just can't say how important you are to our lives. Happy birthday, Mama. We love you, and we hope you have a special day.
Mama Beth, I just wanted to say that I appreciated you helping me a lot with small projects in my childhood. But of course, they had to be perfect because it was you. But I appreciated your attention to detail as you were helping me with like school projects and really just any random thing in my life I needed help with. You are very feisty and competitive with games, and I always appreciated that you wanted to win so bad. And I think that kind of handed down to us as well. You always helped me learn Bible verses when I was young through Bible drill. And although you were really strict if I ever dropped my Bible, sometimes you were harsh, but I appreciated you as my teacher and leading me in that way. You reminded us always to be safe around the pool, and you were so detailed about how you wanted us to come in the house after getting water on us or you're so detailed about all of the small things when you come down to my parents' house and check out my bedroom to see if I'm clean or if I've made my bed well. I appreciate you being interested in my learning of coding and technology, and also encouraging in my pursuits past college. But you make all of your grandkids challenge themselves, since you have such a high standard for intellect and morals and attention to detail. You can be sarcastic and like to joke with me, unless it's about your Skechers. And Paul cherishes you very much, so I'm reminded that you are good looking and worth some of the trouble. I am thankful you prioritize our family and focus on the main things. You and Papa are very respected and loved.
Mama, thank you for your constant support in everything I did growing up and for always being so helpful. Thank you for hemming my baseball pants when they were too long and stitching up my football jerseys when they had holes in them. I always knew I could count on you to be there and also to handle business if any Little League parents started talking trash. I love you and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama. Thank you for always being there with constant love and support. Even at those long Pee Wee football games on Saturdays, which were perfectly scheduled at the hottest part of the day, you were always there. I've always loved hearing your stories, whether it be about Mom or the other daughters. You somehow make every memory funnier and more special. Whether we're playing games at the beach or laughing around the table at family gatherings, you make those moments unforgettable and you bring so much joy to our lives. I love you so much.
Happy birthday, Mama. We love you so much forever.
Happy birthday, Mama. Looking through these pictures, it's easy to see how much you've always been there for us in every season of life. I'm so thankful to have a grandmother like you. As I was thinking about things that made me think of you, I wanted to share some of the top things that make me think of Mama Beth, and that would be the phrase, I surely templed this seat, the song, You Are My Sunshine, coffee and pound cake, custom-made quilts, Scrabble, and cozy pajamas. Some things that stand out to me when I think of memories of you, one of them is how excited you were to help me make my room look extra special and more grown up when I was turning 10. I always remember that meant a lot to me. And then how much love you've put into any quilt you've ever made us, really thinking about the pattern and what would best represent each person is really, I think, represent how much, just how much love and thought you put into anything you ever do. Telling all the grandchildren that you got us just socks for Christmas one year and only to hide money inside them. And then I also think it's funny how you never forgot the time that Sarah Beth and I were not completely honest in Scrabble that one year at the beach and convinced you that we won. Another thing that I wanted to share that I've just always really appreciated about you is your creativity and the way that you think. Just the other day, how on the spot you made Harmon a Magic 8-ball game out of paper, or simple things like how I've seen you repurpose an old t-shirt into something else. To me, that is a very Mamaism that I've always appreciated about you. Another quality that I admire, probably the most important, is just how evident it is that you always have that constant love for your family. Seeing you become a great grandmother has been so special. I just want to make sure I take the time today to tell you how proud I am to call you my Mama Beth, and I admire you in so many ways. Thank you for being the best Mama and now great Mama Beth. I hope today that you were reminded just how special you are to all of us. Oh yeah, and of course I had to include this picture at the end where you put on Harmon's Spider-Man mask.
We love you.
Happy 80th birthday, Mama Beth. When I first met you, I was so intimidated to meet the matriarch of the Harmon family. You are still poised and proper, just as I first met you. I admire the way you play your role as a mom, a grandmother, and as a wife, of course. You have a husband who adores you, your personal paparazzi. I love that I can always feel how much love you have for your family every time I see you. You are so welcoming, and to have a family that loves you back so dearly is a testament to your beautiful heart. I hope you had the best birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama. I love you, and I hope you have a great birthday. And thanks for letting me come see your buddy.
Who is that?
B.
Mason? Who is Mason giving a hug to?
Papa.
Mama, can you say happy birthday, Mama?
Ba.
Say happy birthday. Tell her happy birthday.
Boo.
Yeah, balloon. Yeah. Say love you.
Dada.
Happy 80th birthday, Mama. The best thing in the world to be is Mama's girl. From pretending to be sick to come and stay with you during the day instead of going to school and even living with you and pop off for a little bit. I enjoy each and every moment and memory with you. There is nothing a cup of coffee on a Sunday afternoon on your porch with you can't fix for me. I could list so many lessons and values you've instilled in me, but my top favorites might be how to properly spend a day in pajamas looking like a booger, as you always say, the importance of an organized packing list for the beach, and the best methods of throwing popcorn at Republicans when they're on the news. Just kidding. Well, maybe. But thank you for all of the many ways that you support, teach, inspire, encourage, and love me and now my children. I love you so much.
Happy birthday, Mom. I hope you know today and every day just how much I love and appreciate you. I was trying to think of a word to describe you best, and for me, that word is cheerleader. It may sound silly on the surface, but when you think about it, it does make perfect sense. You have always been one of my biggest, if not the biggest, encourager and supporter and believer in me. You've been there to celebrate all my wins, but in those little moments where I felt like I needed to give up or I just couldn't do it, you've told me I was tough and I could do it. And you've believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And I thank you so much for that. Of course, I had to include these pictures of you here with Anna the day I first became a mom. I'm so glad you were there with me. And so, of course, when Emma came along and then finally Laura Kate, I knew I wanted you there again to welcome them into the world with us. So I'm just so thankful for those memories of you being there. And then when I think of my favorite role for you is Mama Beth the cheerleader, because with the girls, you have just always shown up for them. You want to know what's going on in their lives, how they're doing. Yes, you're there at the big events, the graduations, the dance recitals, the football games, the birthday parties, but you're just also there in the small moments too, where, maybe they need to hear from their mama how wonderful and amazing they are. You've always let the girls know that they are smart and they are passionate and creative and strong, and that they can do anything they set their minds to. So I think I'm just so thankful that my girls have had you in their lives as their biggest cheerleader too. They would not be the women they are today without you. Love you so much. Happy birthday.
Happy 80th birthday, Momo. I hope you have the best day. Here are just some photos of us over the years. I love this photo because we're at our favorite place, Sunset Beach, and it looks like we have matching shoes on, and you're teaching me how to hit a ball with a little baseball bat. Some of our best memories are at Sunset Beach, and I love that. I also love this picture because we're both East High cheerleaders, and was always so proud to say that my mama was she was the first class of East High cheerleaders, and I'm so glad we got to share that and bond over that together. And I'm just so proud to be your granddaughter. Thank you for all you do for our family, and I really look up to you, and I just hope you have the best birthday and best year ever. Hey, Momo. I love this picture of us because I feel like it's so rare for us to have one just us two together. So I'm very thankful for my mom or whoever snapped this picture of us. I think it was on spring break of my 8th grade year. And my mom and sisters and I got to stay in the house with you and Papa. So that will always be a really sweet memory. And I love this one because it's kind of a continuation of that picture. And I love how it's kind of like a progression where we're leaned in, and it's just really sweet from last Thanksgiving. And lastly, I think this picture just speaks for itself, with how happy you are with your wig on. I don't know whose blonde wig that is, but it's very funny, and me looking so concerned at my East High cheer uniform. But I just want to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama. I love this picture, especially now that we were able to recreate it at my high school graduation. I remember Mom bringing up junior year that I resemble you a lot, and I love that I look like you. I hope you have the best birthday, and I love you so much.
Happy birthday, Beth. I hope this is a special day for you. I know it is. To you joining an elite club now of being 80. That's another decade we're going into. I just want you to know how much you mean to me and how you meant so much to me over the years. We've had such great times and great memories. And I know that, Beth, early on in our time that we started dating, I knew right off that you were the one that I wanted to spend time with the rest of my life. And look what's taken place over the years. We're still standing and we're still together. Also, Beth, I just want to tell you how much you've meant to me over the years and what a great wife you are, the personality that you have, the love and spirit that you have for family. And we just want to show our love to you at this time. I look at these photos of you and I realize how lucky I have been over the years. I look at you in your wedding dress, and I thought, man, there's nobody any prettier than this lady right here. And so, cut. You may need this delete or add. Finally, Beth, I just want you to know also how important your spiritual life has been for me, how it's reinforced me in my belief, and you've helped guide me in the right direction many times, and how you put Christ first and family next. And I just look around at the family that you've got gathered around you today and the many different things that you've done for them. It sends out just a great message of your love for your family. Now, I'm going to close out with this statement. Carolina girl, you're the best in the world.
just bullshit. James's 80th birthday video was longer than mine. James Hunt, can you make mine longer than his? Palms are sweating, he's weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd is so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking. How everybody's joking now. Duke, when James saw grandchildren born, he stopped doing tobacco. That's about the time I decided to get a spit bottle myself. I always wanted to be good at Scrabble, but I ain't never was good at English in school, so I usually just cheat. I used to smoke cigarettes before Sarah Beth was born, but now I never will again. Preacher, Bobby said, if they can't find Hebrews, they won't find heaven. So I whipped them. The worst decision I ever made in my life was allowing Susan and Keith to live 30 seconds from me.